The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
As we get closer and closer to the historic episode 500 here on Championship Wrestling, a lot of history has been made, including last week. New tag team champions in the bodega. I hope they are hungry. I hope they're starving because they're going to have another contender very soon.
That's right. Top-tier tag team competition is coming your way in the main event to determine the #1 contendership for the Bodega's Tag Team Championships. It's going to be 4 Minutes of Heat taking on the Friendship Farm.
And the winner will get their shot as part of the big 500th episode spectacular Big Fight Feel. Speaking of big fights for title gold, how about Jordan Clearwater, his first official title defense as the Hollywood Heritage Champion? He takes on Will All Day.
So there's been some obvious controversy around Jordan Clearwater's victory for the title. However, he's got championship quality opponent in Will All Day, where he can prove that that title belongs around his waist.
Who will be the Heritage Champion on episode 500? We're going to find out this week on Championship Wrestling. Big opportunity for Will All Day. Heritage title on the line. I mean, Will All Day, a champion in his own right, is the Reality of Wrestling Texas champion. That title not up for grabs. But what a way to kick off this episode, guys. This is a main event anywhere.
Absolutely, and I have a feeling that Will All Day, well, he might be focused on more than just his ring entrance on this event.
There you see the Heritage Champion, the Golden Boy, Jordan Clearwater, living up to that moniker as the new Heritage Champion. But again, Blake, there was controversy when he won the title. SoCal distancing involved all kinds of moving parts. So I think Clearwater really is looking for this opportunity to prove that it was no fluke, that he is the rightful champion.
Yeah, that belt looks like it belongs around Jordan Clearwater's waist. He might not have had the most legitimate win, but he had no hand in the cheapness in that, what it was. And I think tonight on this program, we're going to see him prove that that belt belongs around his waist.
Old boy certainly looking to prove that he's a fighting champion, defends the title. If he wins, he'll defend it again next week against his nemesis, Richie Slade.
And no rest for the champion, Jordan, looking to prove that that belt is going nowhere.
Here to set the stage for our opening title contest, Adnan Qureshi, take it away.
Just like last time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Hollywood Heritage Championship. Introducing first.
Hey, don't screw this up.
Introducing first, the challenger from Houston, Texas. He is the main event, all damn day, Will All Day.
Is that going to suffice?
A little bit of coaching yet again.
I thought he hit it perfectly. It's usually exactly what he asked for.
Introducing the challenger from Houston, Texas, Mr. Impossible.
More enthusiasm. More enthusiasm. Come on, what's going on here? Get this
I
started.
mean, we have a title match to get to.
We've got a title match.
And this is, and now you see Clearwater getting hot under the collar, guys.
Yeah.
This is disrespectful, making the champion wait.
I spoke too soon when I thought that Will All Day wouldn't be so wrapped up in this.
Hey, I got all day.
I'll be honest, I'd like to see Jordan Clearwater break his jaw so that gets wired shut. We don't have to
Introducing
listen to Will All Day
the
talk for a
challenger
while.
from Houston, Texas, Mr. Impossible, the main event, all damn day, Will All Day.
That's right, that's better.
All right, that time I guess that suffice. He did it one more time with feeling. So there you
And
go.
introducing his opponent, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the Hollywood Heritage Champion, the Golden Boy, Jordan Clearwater.
It's my guy right there, TK.
Looks confident.
He has every reason to be. He is very, very prepared.
And here we see referee Allison Lee showing us what it's all about. The Hollywood Heritage Championship. What an incredible title that's been all the way back to 2006. You know, the likes of Rocky Romero, Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce, Russ Taylor, Scorpio Sky, Willie Mack. Many have held that acclaimed title throughout the ages here as we celebrate next week. 500 episodes, and the Heritage title has been at the forefront and in many main events.
Yeah, and I think to Blake's point, it looks great around the waist of Jordan Clearwater, but he has a tough task in Will Alden.
Well, he's doing a fantastic job of staying attached to Jordan Clearwater's head. Jordan is the bigger, pin attempt. Jordan is the bigger, stronger, more technical grappler, and I even think he's got better striking. So I'm really interested to see how Will Alden plans on dealing with this bigger, stronger, more technical opponent in Jordan Clearwater.
Well, nice leverage there on the side headlock, trying to ground Clearwater, the champion. Clearwater shrugs him off, shoulder block, and backs up Will Alden, again, the Reality of Wrestling Texas champion. Champion versus champion, but it's only the Heritage title that's on the line. Leg kick, misdirection play there by Alden, flying shoulder block and takes down Clearwater. Man, explosive strike there by Will Alden, showing his athleticism now. Nice arm drag takedown, and another no, sir, not so fast.
Yeah, Jordan Clearwater put a stop to that. Tried one of his own, though. Will Alden, though, says, I'll get you that time.
You know what's interesting, guys? And you can't say, even though there was controversy when he won the title, Clearwater, a fighting champion, putting the title on the line against Will Alden, if he successfully defends, again puts the title on the line next week, episode 500, against Richie Slade. So ironically, you got to think that Slade is actually rooting for Clearwater to win this matchup.
That is sort of an interesting turn of fortunes there, that the two rivals, or rather that Slade would be rooting for his rival in Clearwater.
Feels him out of the corner. Now, Blake, I know he's your guy. I know he's confident. I know the training. But is he prepared potentially, and again, and it's a big if, because he's got to get past Alden, and that's tough in its own right. Is Clearwater ready for back-to-back title matches as Alden crashes and burns?
I have been helping prepare Jordan Clearwater to be ready for any and every obstacle in his path to get that belt and to keep it.
Clearwater on the hunt, just stalking the challenger like he's Jason Voorhees, and Camp Crystal Lake takes him in to the apron. And man, oh man, is Will Alden on wobbly legs here. Look out here. Look at the strength of the champion, and sends him back in. He wants to beat him in the middle.
Incredible power from Clearwater, the Golden Boy, showing that Heritage Championship belongs firmly around his waist.
Shows the integrity, too. He wants to prove that he's a rightful champion. He wants to pin him in the middle. There we go. Springboard. Big shot by the challenger. The challenger in control. We'll be back with more right after this.
Attention. If you currently do not get health insurance through your employer, or if you do not have health insurance, or if you just got divorced or married, had a baby, moved, or lost your health insurance coverage, listen closely. You are eligible for a new health care plan using Health Insurance America. A family of 4 can make up to $97,000 a year and still qualify for a new health care plan. Get coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital, dental, and vision for as little as $25 a week with copays as low as $0. Health insurance rates have nearly doubled in the last 3 years. Stop paying the rising cost of traditional major medical and learn how Health Insurance America is saving people thousands of dollars a year on their health care plans. Don't waste hours on the phone or on a government website. Talk to a live healthcare consultant right now.
Call 1-800-709-1029. That's 1-800-709-1029. 1-800-709-1029.
Welcome back, everyone. What a shot there by Will Alden to a grounded champion. Before the break, we saw that big springboard kick, and lethal kicks continue. History to be made again. Nope, not yet. And Will All-Day feverishly looking to get the advantage here.
Yeah, I thought that when Jordan Clearwater just powered Will All-Day back into the ring, that was going to turn the tide of the matchup, that Jordan Clearwater was going to stay in control, but Will All-Day nixed that, and now it's been all day.
Well, he's not going unless he wants to. Blocks the Irish whip attempt, does the champion. And I'll tell you, Blake, Clearwater looking very strong, but the speed is a factor he's going to have to deal with. We see it there with the head scissors takedown.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger, stronger, faster than Will All-Day, but the X factor that Will has is this agility, his ability to chain together multiple attacks, and these jumping, flying attacks, just like that one, have continued to land successfully for Will All-Day.
Beautiful flying forearm there by Will All-Day. Again, we saw Will All-Day, impressive victory over Snipes, who's a great athlete. And Will All-Day wrestled in Memphis as part of the big championship wrestling event back on Halloween as well. He's been stringing together the victories. And if he goes up top, he might be looking for that stamp of approval, guys. That big swanton. We might see championship history made again. Looking for it, no. Calls the audible.
Clearwater able to escape there, and now he is following up. Clearwater turning the tide back in his favor right now.
We might be seeing a Midas touch here in a second. Left leg hospital, right leg cemetery. Come on, my man, Jordan, you got this.
Oh, man, Bulletproof is getting fired up here.
I'm getting excited. It's my guy.
I'll give you a pass on being unbiased. You got it. You're supposed to be, but here we go. Neck breaker there. That's another one of his signatures. High impact move there by the champion, but Will All-Day continues to fight on.
He's fighting on, but he is not quite maybe having the same amount of starch as he did a moment ago after that neck breaker. Jordan Clearwater, he's going to be looking to hit that Midas touch maybe any moment now. You can sort of see him thinking about it. Is he going to measure him here soon?
Clearwater, though, wincing in pain as well here, but he's got the power to hoist him up. But very elusive is the challenger, Will All-Day, and catches him with the spine buster into the cover. Man, tried to make a quick transition into the cover. Double stomp.
Relentless.
Yeah, he sure is. Looking to become the champion is Will All-Day. And Will All-Day has got deceptive power as well. He can really do it all.
These were some big attacks, but he just doesn't have the weight behind this power. It's not like you got a Papa Wesco landing on you after that big sidewalk slam. And I think that's why we're not seeing as much damage out of these attacks as we might typically see out of some other competitors.
That's where that size and strength advantage comes to the benefit of the champion, allows him to kick out of this flurry of offense. I mean, fireworks show grand finale type stuff by Will All-Day.
Yeah, and you saw, the look in his eyes. He was sort of sizing up Jordan. What do I have to do to put him away? And he went back again to the top rope. Neither time has it paid off for Will All-Day.
Will All-Day's trying to figure out what he can do that's a big impact attack to keep Jordan Clearwater down. He's hit him with big slams, big kicks. He needs to do something even bigger, like going to the top rope.
Third time might be the charm. Drop kick. Caught him. Clearwater could be out.
Quickly into the cover. Sense of urgency. New champ on the way. Close call, says Allison Lee after that missile drop kick.
Man, Jordan Clearwater's got a chin on him. I've taken him to sparring and trooped him upside the head multiple times, and that kid keeps on standing, so I'm not surprised.
I hope you taught him how to defend a flying knee.
I'm going to put his ass to sleep.
I don't think
wow.
so. I don't think so, Will.
Get up.
Will All-Day on a mission here, just telling our broadcast colleague and the trainer of Clearwater that he's going to put Clearwater to sleep. Nobody home for the autograph. The pen didn't have any ink in it, gentlemen.
He'd sign a lot of autographs if he'd become Heritage Champion. Yeah, Clearwater missed that Midas touch. Submission here, though, maybe. Jordan Clearwater, look at that strength holding on. This is incredible power.
Oh, and deposits him right into the top turnbuckle. But, man, that might have put a lot of strain on that elbow that already looked like it was bothering him earlier in the match, Blake.
Yeah, he was trying to look for that Midas touch in the corner. Oh, beautiful lariat by Jordan Clearwater. Turns Will All-Day inside out.
Absolutely helicoptered all day there. And now this is not where you want to be for Will All-Day when you're corner to corner from the Golden Boy where he can measure you.
Oh, here it comes.
And he looks like he's warming up the right leg, and you know what that means.
My God.
No, beef candy out there, and Clearwater can't touch him. He can't touch him. If he does, he won't get his hands on him at episode 500. And this, man, the kick, the kiss, good night.
Autograph coming, no.
Another big shot, and the champion is rocked here and distracted. Here we go. Springboard and right into the Midas touch.
Bang-a-rang! All day's got to be out. One,
The
two,
money.
three.
There it is.
Here is your winner and still Hollywood Heritage Champion, Jordan Clearwater.
What an incredible matchup. What is Beef Candy doing out there? Will Alday tried to take advantage and then springboards in. He got caught by the Midas touch. Called the cemetery. Get a plot because the title aspirations of Will Alday just got buried. Next week, episode 500. Let the celebration begin. And more still to come, guys. Again, we're just getting started.
I think you've shown progress in your last few sessions. And it's time for a second chance.
People ask what you do for a living so they can gauge how much respect to give you. Society equates wealth to power. Those who have the gold may have the power, but those who have the power are only one guillotine away from non-existence.
Mary and Shirley both need oxygen. Shirley lost her freedom the day she went on oxygen, but Mary has the ultra-compact Inogen 1 G4 oxygen concentrator from Inogen. It's the smallest and lightest model we've ever made. Shirley is forced to miss out on everyday activities. Mary fully enjoys her life. Shirley has to wait for tank deliveries and worries about running out of oxygen. But Mary's Inogen 1 G4 makes its own oxygen, so she'll always have the oxygen she needs anytime, anywhere. Shirley finally listened to Mary and now has more freedom too. It's time for you to reclaim your freedom and independence with the Inogen 1 G4. Act now to start your 30-day risk-free trial. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait and don't accept substitutions. The sooner you call, the sooner you can say goodbye to heavy oxygen tanks for good and reclaim the freedom and independence you deserve. Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial.
Call 800-721-9328. That's 800-721-9328.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 216 pounds, he is bad. He is Cam.
Cam set for more action. I once again out here talking about how bad he is, but perhaps he's just blowing smoke.
Well, the baddest thing about him, in my opinion, is his attitude.
No doubt about it. We saw Cam. He gave the Neon Phenomenon a run for his money. I mean, showed his skills, but he's got another tough test here under the bright lights of Hollywood.
And introducing his opponent from Queens, New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, the king of the concrete jungle, Slice Boogie.
Slice Boogie ready for action here. You know, we saw him in one-on-one action a while back with Snipes where that leg gave out and then was, you know, kind of taken under the wing and offered protection by the Bodega. You know, Blake, I got to think, when you're talking about the Bodega, there's definitely strength in numbers.
Absolutely. Those are a mean pack of wild dogs to have behind you. So I think it's a huge advantage. And we don't see them out here right now, so you never know if they might come running out from the back at some point during the matchup.
And we'll see if Slice needs the protection, if you will. But, you know, it works both ways because Slice offered a lot of protection for the Bodega in their bid to become United World Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, I still just, I feel like the nature of that relationship still being developed here, and also just the nature of how bad was that injury to Slice Boogie on his right leg.
I mean, to take nothing away from Snipes, because he's a great athlete, great competitor, but if it hadn't been for that injury, I'm not so sure the outcome would have been the same, because we've seen just how tough Slice Boogie can be out of Queens, New York, but right now, out of Texas, Cam working the wrist, isolating the arm.
Like, see Slice start, there we go. Say, rotate around and take that pressure off the wrist.
Moving around pretty good on that leg right now, James, for my estimation. We'll see if it continues that way.
Yeah, I'm watching very closely just to see what his mobility is like, and you are right, TK. So far, doesn't look any worse for the wear. Looks like maybe he healed up pretty quick. That's a good sign for Slice Boogie. You never want to see anybody get hurt.
Thoughts on that, Blake? Maybe just, maybe momentarily dislocated it or something in that
it's hard
previous
to say
match?
Hard to say the severity of the match, but what I will say is there's some type of prophylactic protection on the front of that leg. And something like that's a hardened weapon, man. If he kicks him in the head with that, it could be used as a weapon.
All right, well, we'll see if that comes into play. But maybe that's part and parcel to why he's moving around so well. He's got that extra stability. And when you do, when you are nursing an injury, when you've got something like that, a brace, a guard or something, it's legal. It's in essence deemed necessary as we take a good look.
I actually like how Slice Boogie tried to use colors that match his gear so that it's a little harder to tell that he has some type of protection on there. It definitely makes, pin attempt. But it definitely makes me think that is more injured than he wants to let us know it is.
When we saw it in that match with Snipes, it looked like the shin was really bothering him. If it is the shin, what kind of injuries could he expect there, perhaps?
I would imagine that it's a shin injury. It could be shin splints. It could have been some type of contusion. It looked like it happened when he landed, which is going to make me assume it's some type of ankle injury or potentially shin splints.
If it's shin splints, how long does it take to get over something like that?
Man, it could be a really long time. It really depends on what his training outside the ring looks like.
Kind of a nagging injury, isn't it?
It's more of an overused chronic injury.
Doesn't seem to be affecting him right now. Slice Boogie is in control. Nobody home there.
Just a little too much time in the air there and looking to capitalize his camp. And again, you can talk about his bad attitude all you want, but he was brought up through the ranks with the likes of Booker T, and we know just what an incredible decorated champion he has been, and he knows the fundamentals. He knows when to take advantage, and Cam right now in control. And could you imagine if we see the second consecutive upset loss by Slice, and we might right here as Cam was looking to put him away.
You can see Cam's veteranness in his ability to change gears when he needs to. As soon as he gets a slight advantageous position on Slice, he really turns up the gas and starts putting it on him.
Yeah, really making the most of that mistake by Slice Boogie. Cam now fully in control.
Cam back in on Halloween in October took on fellow Texan Will All Day in Memphis, Tennessee in a show, live event, sanctioned by the United Wrestling Network. The Halloween Drive-In Spooktacular, as it was. A nice neck breaker there by Cam. And again, what is he thinking, guys?
You're not going to beat Slice Boogie like that.
In 1 second, I talk about his upbringing, his training under Booker T, and then he goes and does something like that.
No, he might just be trying to get in Slice Boogie's head a little bit. That's somewhat of a dominating type thing. I'm just on top, putting my, he's under the chin, and he's got the hooks in. I talk about this a lot, where he has control of the guy's body. He just released the hook. Now he's not going to be able to really cinch this choke in. Yeah, he's lost the choke now. He still has a little bit of head control.
Yeah, well, you got Slice was using the wrist control there to alleviate some of that pressure. And now having a little fun is there. You can't waste any time with Slice. Big Uranagi, and again the legs seem to hold up there. Into the cover goes Slice Boogie, trying to put him on ice, but only a count of two.
Too much showboating from Cam.
One thing Slice is very good at is landing some of these bigger level attacks. Sometimes they might be considered higher risk, but Slice does a fantastic job of successfully landing them.
I'll tell you, Cam is agile, though. Outside, inside, might break the code. That is Slice Boogie, and almost put him away, and now frustration seeping in. Cam saying that was three. No, sir, not so fast.
Yeah, Slice is hurt. You see him roll to the outside so he can buy himself a little bit of time to recover. Cam's right back on top of him.
Yeah, Cam not wasting any time now, though. He knows that he had Slice close, and this would be a big victory for Cam here on Championship Wrestling, but Slice continues to battle back.
You know, this is the second time I've seen Cam come in and almost seem like he has a slow starter, but he just kind of finds his...
He finds the eye. He finds the eye a lot.
We've seen that recently. Yeah, did it to Anthony Idol. Now doing it to Slice Boogie.
What did he just do with that guard there, Blake?
Slice Boogie maybe feeling that injury.
Hold on now, into the roll-up.
Why would he take that protection off the front of his legs?
He was looking for a scissor kick. He was looking to utilize it, perhaps. Oh, big hook kick there by Slice. And now there it is, scissor kick. We'll talk about Booker T. And Slice gets it done.
Here is your winner, Slice Boogie.
I mean, you go to New York, you want to get a nice slice, but not like that. He rotated, I believe, that guard to the back of the leg, and now we take a look at it. The big scissor kick after rotating the guard. We take a look back at the action, brought to you by UnitedWrestlingShop.com. And, well, hey, so the victor goes the spoils. More action coming your way on Championship Wrestling.
Attention! If you currently do not get health insurance through your employer, or if you do not have health insurance, or if you just got divorced or married, had a baby, moved, or lost your health insurance coverage, listen closely. You are eligible for a new health care plan using Health Insurance America. A family of 4 can make up to $97,000 a year and still qualify for a new health care plan. Get coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital, dental, and vision for as little as $25 a week with copays as low as $0. Health insurance rates have nearly doubled in the last 3 years. Stop paying the rising cost of traditional major medical and learn how Health Insurance America is saving people thousands of dollars a year on their health care plans. Don't waste hours on the phone or on a government website. Talk to a live healthcare consultant right now.
Call 1-800-709-1029. That's 1-800-709-1029. 1-800-709-1029.
What was that?
If you can dodge a fan, you can dodge a punch. On, powder off. Powder on, powder off.
Oh, feeling the burn. Feeling the burn. Oh! Woo! Ah! What?
Have you ever taken a chop?
What? Oh, God! What the hell was that?
You gotta get used to it! Ruby Race hits really hard!
What?
Yes, hitting the ropes. Back. Hit it with all your might. Get that spring.
Oh, God.
You're gonna be pushed into it.
Oh, jeez. What is that? Dude, this is gonna... Oh, God, that hurts. What? I'm losing a ring. Champagne. Give it.
Here, we're gonna go up big and down big. And up big. Namaste.
Namaste.
Clint Armstrong here with Jamie Iovine, Ruby Reyes, and CC Chanel. Now, guys, we've seen that Austin and Heather are really training very rigorously for this match, so I think we're all curious. What are you guys doing to train?
What have I been doing to train? What have I been doing to train? This is what I do. I am a professional wrestler. Why don't you ask her what she's been doing to train?
All I've been doing is training for the past 3.5 years. Of course I'm ready. All I want to do is wrestle. Nico can't...
Clint, you have to understand something here. I haven't met you before. You seem nice, so I'm going to give you a little scoop right here, man, a little tidbit. Everything that Nico has given me includes everything that Nico has, including this team. Dominant, powerful, competent, athletic. Nobody in their wildest dreams can even hope to match up to these two.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The 500 Spectacular episode starts next week.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for #1 contendership for the United World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 400 pounds, Rock God Ricky Gibson and Freak Nasty Eddie Pearl, 4 minutes of heat.
Switching gears to the tag team division and high-stakes matchup for a potential shot at the United Wrestling Network tag team titles on the historic episode 500.
And introducing their opponents, the team of Darwin Finch and Gentleman Jervis, the Friendship Farm.
A little bit of a different roster in the Friendship Farm, much like we saw out of the tag team champions at the time, SoCal Distancing. That didn't quite work out, as we know the Bodega are now the reigning champions. And this matchup to determine who will face them on episode 500, and it's going to be the purveyor of razzmatazz, Gentleman Jervis, in there with Darwin Finch, a little wrinkle in the roster.
Yeah, you see him rocking that lab coat. Let's see if they have the right chemistry to prevail against 4 minutes of heat here. But that's going to be a tall order, because there really are, it's hard-pressed to find a tighter team than 4 minutes of heat.
He's a bit more of a botanist, though, talking about Darwin Finch. I was told that he was brought in to test the soil of the Friendship Farm, and that Sweet Robin Shaw has been demanding for him to be able to somehow in the lab orchestrate cotton candy trees for the Friendship Farm, something that Darwin Finch has been unable to do thus far.
The hydroponics thing, Darwin Finch.
Wait, hey, watch it. This is a family show.
So as you guys mentioned, this is Darwin Finch's first time tag teaming here on the United Wrestling Network with Gentleman Jervis. And a big thing that we always talk about is a team's mojo and ability to work together. We know 4 minutes of heat does a fantastic job of using teamwork to get ahead. Let's see if the Friendship Farm's new buddy.
Ooh, look at this.
Wow,
nice roll
twist.
up there, yes.
Let's see if the Friendship Farm's able to get their mojo going. They look like they have it in their when they first came out.
4 minutes of heat have a lot of history with the Friendship Farm. These two teams have traded victories here on Championship Wrestling in the past. And of course, we've seen a much more focused Gentleman Jervis as of late inside the squared circle. We'll see if it equates the victory. And Gentleman Jervis, it's often lost in the history of this program, but Gentleman Jervis is a former United Tag Team Champion, along with the Hobo.
As you mentioned, Friendship Farm and 4 minutes of heat have had a match together, but it was Sweet Robin Shaw and Gentleman Jervis that had the match, and 4 minutes of heat really put it on Sweet Robin Shaw. Beautiful double spear there by Jervis.
Talk about putting it on. Double spear by the gentleman. How do you do? Finch checks in, and he's got the acumen for an arm drag right there. Nicely done.
Yeah, that's been beautiful thus far, and as I was saying, they really put it on. 4 minutes of heat really put it on Sweet Robin Shaw when they had the match and really damaged his knee, but Robin Shaw's not in there this time. It's Darwin Finch, and Darwin Finch is a little bit more agile, might not get stuck inside the ring, getting beat on by both members of 4 minutes of heat.
Wow, look at Finch go. Long way to go for a takedown. A combustible element, you might say.
Yeah, he absolutely, I mean, Blake was talking about the agility. Darwin showing it off right now in the early going. And so far, the results are good for the Friendship Farm. Finch making a smart tag to Jervis.
Jervis in there with the Rock God, Ricky Gibson, and maybe we're going to see some double teaming by this incarnation of the Friendship Farm. Serving up chops.
Yeah, Darwin Finch is doing a fantastic job of hurting Pearl. He was putting it on him to the point where Pearl kind of did. That was a beautiful tag team move. We see the Friendship Farm has some mojo.
Well, that double takedown there, double leg sweep by the Friendship Farm, and the Rock God in deep trouble here. Ricky Gibson has got to make a tag, and usually double teaming is the name of the game when it comes to 4 minutes of heat. The antics of the Friendship Farm has taken them out of their game plan thus far, Jay.
Yeah, thus far it has, but I really do believe in 4 minutes of heat in terms of being a tag team specialist there. As Jervis, though, really working over the arm. Yeah, he is that focus that you talked about, TK. Jervis coming through in spades right now.
Now, normally we would see that rockabye slam where he tries to put his opponent down for a nap. Took him right down into the suplex there, wasting no time. The splash now by Finch. So a little bit of a more of a fast pace here to the Friendship Farm right now, Blake.
Yeah, not only that, but aggression. Like you said, usually Jervis would try and rock the guy to sleep there, but he didn't. He just slammed him down.
Eddie Pearl now, freak nasty, checks in with a nasty shot right to the lower lumbar region.
And just like that, 4 minutes of heat gets a couple steps ahead, and they just start putting it on whoever they got trapped inside the ring.
This could be the turning point. We'll see if 4 minutes of heat can keep the full court press when we return right after this.
Mary and Shirley both need oxygen. Shirley lost her freedom the day she went on oxygen, but Mary has the ultra-compact Inogen 1 G4 oxygen concentrator from Inogen. It's the smallest and lightest model we've ever made, so she'll always have the oxygen she needs anytime, anywhere. The sooner you call, the sooner you can reclaim the freedom and independence you deserve. Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial.
Call 800-600-1268. That's 800-600-1268.
If you currently do not get health insurance through your employer, or if you do not have health insurance, or if you just got divorced or married, had a baby, moved, or lost your health insurance coverage, listen closely. You are eligible for a new health care plan using Health Insurance America. Get coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital, dental, and vision for as little as $25 a week with copays as low as $0. Talk to a live healthcare consultant right now.
1-800-615-0487.
Welcome back, everyone. High-stakes tag team matchup for a shot at the tag team championships at the 500th episode spectacular. But Ricky Gibson really making Darwin Finch pay the price, and tag made now to Eddie Pearl.
So this is what 4 minutes of heat really likes to do there. Oh, pin. But this is what they really like to do to their opponents. They get one of them hurt, and then they keep them over on their side of the ring and just beat the guy down.
I mean, they really do have that tag team synergy down pat. They are brothers of the road. And, you know, in a year that's had so much adversity, you really got to believe that they've come even closer together going up and down the roads together. Might pay dividends here in this match. It is right now.
Certainly looks that way. You see the body positioning. Eddie Pearl staying between Finch and the friendly corner, and not where you want to be here.
As you mentioned, where Eddie Pearl is staying between Jervis and Darwin. And what that does is it prevents Darwin from getting back to the corner and tagging out and getting out of the ring.
Seeing a real mean streak from Pearl.
I mean, this is what these boys are known for. They put you in their corner and they beat you down.
Oh, taking the shortcut there. Allison Lee, the referee, was wise to it. But right now, the shin draped across the throat of Darwin Finch. Finch known more for his brains than his brawn, but he's got both being tested right now in this matchup. 4 minutes of heat, getting very physical.
Yeah, they say nerds aren't that tough, but Darwin Finch is in there showing some extreme testicular fortitude.
Big shot there, though. It's the one you don't see coming. Didn't know the blind tag had been made, and a close call 2 count. Finch has got to find a way to make a tag here, James. He is getting eaten up. It is survival of the fittest for Finch.
It is desperation time for Finch right now, as Eddie Pearl has that vice on his chin there, Blake.
So he does have the choke on here pretty well, but the thing he's not doing is controlling Darwin's body. So Darwin can start trying to shift his hips out to the side. Oh, he's going to sleep. He might be out right now.
The arm dropped once there. The official right in there checking. He's got to intelligently defend himself. You can see Gentleman Jervis beside himself over there on the corner. Knows that he might see their tag team title opportunity slipping away.
This has got to be a tough moment for Jervis. He has watched several of his best friends just get beat down by 4 minutes of heat. It's got to be another tough matchup for him.
Finch now trying to fight from underneath. Desperation jawbreaker. Came up with something pretty smart there, but gets turned inside out, courtesy of the clothesline.
I respect the attempted offense there by Darwin Finch, but I would have liked to have seen him just dive to the corner, do something drastic to try and get out, because now he's in another bad spot with Rock on him.
Eddie's foot under the rope there as well. Maybe, can always get a little leverage. Will take any trick he can. Now rear chin lock. And anybody that's smart like Finch is knows that 2 is greater than 1. And that it's been 2-on-1 for many a minute here in this matchup, as Gentleman Jervis has been made a complete non-factor.
This is high-stakes tag team action, too. I mean, to become #1 contender for those tag team championships. 4 minutes of heat, like you said, using every trick they can to come out the victors in this. Now with the referee distracted, you see Freak Nasty just taking it to Darwin Finch.
I think you're choking him with the tag rope there as well. And again, yes, you're right. The referee's back was turned. But that's part of tag team wrestling, is being able to know when you can take advantage. Look out here. They have the makings of a little jam session. There it is, one of their signature double teams. Finch gets broken in half.
They've been doing, pin attempt. They've been doing some serious damage to Finch's back. Several submissions and now big slams as well as tag team moves. You gotta wonder what kind of shape Darwin Finch's back is in right now.
Finch is getting his wings clipped. They could use a Galapagos tortoise in the form, maybe a sweet Robin Shaw right now, but it's not the case.
Yeah, they don't have Robin Shaw to go to here. And you just, go back a moment now. You see another pin attempt here. Just the pain on Finch's face. Now at desperation, grabbing at Freak Nasty. He needs to make a tag. 4 minutes of heat are having none of that.
Darwin did a good job of looking for some type of offense there. He needed to do something. A strong offense is one of your best defense. Another pin attempt.
The only chemistry that Darwin's going to know about right now is lactic acid that's going to be filling up his muscles because he's been in there a long time. Just a scream of pain with that shot. Now getting just blatantly choked. 4 minutes heat, better be careful. Flirting with disaster here because you don't want to get disqualified and kiss your opportunity at the titles goodbye.
Yeah, Friendship Farm, they'll take a DQ in this situation to move on. You can't win the championship that way, but you can become #1 contender that way.
You can see Eddie Pearl taunting Jervis on the side. Jervis has gotten almost a little bit emotional several times in this matchup. We've seen him even jump in there.
But I think that they've really isolated Finch as the weak link, perhaps, of this team. All the way up top now. Goes Freak. Now medium risk to low risk, but look at that. Oh, little stooge tactics, guys.
Finch bailing himself out there. 4 minutes of heat got too cute, and it cost him. You're going to get hurt. Finch has got to make a tag, though.
I was thinking the same thing. Finch needs to get himself out of the ring. That was a mistake of him to try and do too much offense there.
Oh, no. Now right back to the eyes. This band might be breaking up.
Finch has found the formula.
Tag is made. In comes Gentleman Jervis, who is extremely fresh and extremely fired up. Letting it all hang out here.
His offense extremely effective.
No, the official didn't see the tag.
He was looking for that bunny hop drop, and now look at that. Oh, that is one sad bunny right back to the hutch.
How demoralizing for Finch. You worked so hard to make the tag. The referee doesn't see it, and now right back into another submission. How much can he sustain? He has taken so much brutal punishment in this matchup.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate circumstance because this is a fantastic referee who has done a great job of officiating, so it's tough to see her miss that call.
Well, I mean, in essence, it was the right call. If you didn't see it, you can't call it. 4 minutes heat. Remain in control. We'll be back after this.
Mary and Shirley both need oxygen. Shirley lost her freedom the day she went on oxygen, but Mary has the ultra-compact Inogen 1 G4 oxygen concentrator from Inogen. It's the smallest and lightest model we've ever made, so she'll always have the oxygen she needs anytime, anywhere. The sooner you call, the sooner you can reclaim the freedom and independence you deserve. Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial.
Call 800-600-1268. That's 800-600-1268.
If you currently do not get health insurance through your employer, or if you do not have health insurance, or if you just got divorced or married, had a baby, moved, or lost your health insurance coverage, listen closely. You are eligible for a new health care plan using Health Insurance America. Get coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital, dental, and vision for as little as $25 a week with copays as low as $0. Talk to a live health care consultant right now.
1-800-615-0487.
Welcome back, everyone, to Championship Wrestling, and the scientist Darwin Finch is being absolutely dissected by 4 minutes of heat.
Yeah, I thought that Finch had found the formula to get out of this match and get Jervis in. Referee did not see the tag. Again, can't call what you don't see, and Finch is, just being picked apart.
Meeting of the minds, playing the percussion, little drum solo. Look out here, Finch with the sling blade, and then gets the BOGO, 2 for the price of 1 there.
Finch has got to get over to the corner right now. He has a little bit of time. He's got a window, and if he can get the tag while both 4 minutes of heat members are down, this could really change the momentum.
And last time, Gentleman Jervis tagged in, even though that tag was nullified, eventually we saw how fresh and how effective he was, and now time for the encore. But it's not for 4 minutes of heat. It's for the gentleman who's going to work. Little ballroom dancing right into that leg sweep. Nicely done.
Gentleman Jervis will not be denied right now. It's 2-on-1 with the one prevailing cover.
Jervis cannot keep his back on Freak Nasty, because if he has his back turned to Freak Nasty, when he gets up, he's going to start getting beat down just like Darwin was.
There we go. There it is. Bunny hop stomp. Is that going to punch their ticket? Now the shoulders are down. More good officiating, but that split second might have been the difference. If he had secured the cover initially, might have gotten the 1-2-3.
Little bit of the crack in the door for 4 minutes of heat to stay in this matchup, but credit Jervis. I mean, what incredible offense for him. He's the fresh man, tags back in now to Darwin Finch, though. Maybe he'd call him to question that. He hasn't had that much time to rest.
As long as it's a short double team. But having the back of his partner right there did Eddie Pearl. Look out now, tilt-a-whirl, power ballad on delivery. 4 minutes of heat, get it done.
Here are your winners, 4 minutes of heat.
Wow, what a tag team struggle. Let's take a look back at the action. Get your official United Wrestling Network merchandise at UnitedWrestlingShop.com. In the end, it came down to he who double teams best, double teams last, the power ballad, and they're on their way, not home sweet home, but to episode 500, and for a shot at the United Tag Team titles. More great action coming your way on Championship Wrestling.
I'm worried, man.
What are you worried about?
Goldie Boy, he's got Troop training him.
You talking about Blake Fruit Troop? Look, he's got heavy hands, but that doesn't mean that we can't take the gold. You know what we need to do? We need to get this started the old-fashioned American way. You know what that is? Montage! We'll start with agility training. Are you ready? Who's got the most volume? Me. Yeah. Who's got the best head of hair? Me. Who never has a hair out of place? Me. Who's the next Heritage Champion? Me. Yeah. Who's beautiful? I am. Who's the most handsome? I am. Who's the most gorgeous face in the company? I am. Who's the next Heritage World Champion? I am. Yeah! You're doing it! Yeah! You're doing it! Yeah! Yes! Yeah! Yes! Yeah! What beach are we at again? It's Long Beach. Ew.
What an enormous victory by 4 minutes of heat. They punched their ticket to the episode 500 spectacular. They will get a shot at the United World Tag Team titles and the Bodega. But let's take a minute to run down some of the other things we're going to see, gentlemen. It will be high stakes for sure. The television title will be on the line. And how about Jordan Clearwater finally gets his hands on Richie Slade?
I'm looking forward to it. You know, Jordan Clearwater has some unfinished business with Richie Slade, and I think he's going to try and finish that up here on episode 500.
And the very stake of the women's division will be on the.
We're on the air.
We're live here, pal.
We're live, bro. We're on the
We're on the
air.
air.
Baby, we got a big deal for it.
That's right, Bimby.
We're doing a show here.
That do business. I like your style. I like the way you handle yourself. You are a professional on
It
TV.
Says Fernan Schnavitz Auto.
It's on the other side, dum-dum. There's the right spelling. You can read now. It's a miracle.
Do people call you Bimby?
It's happened before. What is? Come on, guys.
United Television Champion, and we are the reason that these ratings are going all the way up, and we're going all the way to the bank. And it's coming for the big 500, 50.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Come on. I didn't leave the NBA Finals for this.
What is going on episode 500? That's right, Beef Candy.
Todd Kenley, we're on the call here. What's happening at Beef Candy?
This is off the rail. Now we've been joined by television champion Levi Shapiro on commentary.
Get out of here. What are you doing?
Jimbo, why don't you just take Howdy Prices? Why don't you just do what we do best? Why don't you take the card, call the number, and make sure we can fit.
You know what you can do with this card?
What? What's that?
I'm not going to say because we're still on TV right now.
That's called a Bimby burn right there. Is what that's called.
I like that. I'll go with that.
What are they doing? Howdy, you okay?
What's going on? The mood just switched.
What's going on right now? Hey,
What is that belt?
what's that on your face right there?
We got Anthony.
Hey, wait, I'm not coming back, guys. I'm here in the booth. I'm trying to do
Just
something.
get to 500 episodes.
I'm feeling weak.
Wait,
What are you doing? Why are you reaching in my pocket?
what are you talking about?
What is going on here?
You got beef candy?
Did he put candy in it?
Candy, he just put candy in my
Is that
Unbelievable.
sugar? Sugar's bad for you. He doesn't know that. Sugar's bad for him. What's wrong with that?
You guys need
I don't like that.
better now. I'm feeling better now. Yo, what are you talking about? You feeling
I'm just telling you. I mean, I wish you'd feel. What is that, pre-workout?
What are you clowns doing here?
Where's my candy?
Where did that come from?
This is point.
Wow. What? Nerds?
I've been called a nerd before.
Hey, guys, talk is cheap. Next week it's time to fight.
Last week? Ray Rosas, you crossed the line. I warned you to keep your distance. There was real change coming to Championship Wrestling, and you have set progress back by weeks! Pay attention. You want a war? You don't know what you're getting yourself into. On the 500th episode of Championship Wrestling, we end this 6-man tag match unsanctioned. And I'm not even going to bother making a challenge because I know you'll be there. And we are going to show you the new normal and shove it down your throat.